Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. You got 4. You got hot. Like 20.
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check. Yeah, we're good. Down.
Now Keenum throwing on second. Looking deep for Demarius. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Keenum. And he will have a man, Demarius Thomas. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A Bronco first down. Keenum hooking up with Thomas. Now a first down throw. Keenum. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
They run. It's Gurley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Goff now to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have the first down here, but hold on, as there's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and that's going to make it 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
On the handoff, Lynch. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, let's go.
Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On play action, now Keenum. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the Rams getting set to go now. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
On 1st down, it's gone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Ric Flair. Al, look up.
Second and 10. Goff again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
This time, Lynch will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first down, Keenum looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the gun, here's Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Here's Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on second down is Goff. Past the 20. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there. Goff to Cup. 44 yards. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
4 now.
Gone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This will be taken short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Keenum to Sanders for the Denver first down.
Hey, let's go.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's caught inside the 25. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one. 54 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Throwing on first down is Keenum. His throw incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
On 53.
Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Super 66.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Orange. Louis. You up. Hardball. Shell. 12.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Goff on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hardball. Let's go, 20.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Down. Here goes the hot. 20.
On first down, it's Keenum. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
No. Roger. Hey, orange.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Just beating the play clock. Keenum. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the 2nd half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. The 20, 10, touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. On the return is Henderson. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Let's go, let's go. 53.
Keenum to throw on second down. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another. Drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Goff now looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Super 66. We go,
Now Goff. Dancing to his left. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. After the interception, here's Keenum. They set up the screen to Lynch. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Here's Keenum to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
They'll indeed run here right off the bat. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Again they run with Gurley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing on third. Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Whirling.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Check that guy. Let's go. Twos. Let's go, one more. Hey, shout.
On first down, it's gone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Super one.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Brick wall.
Another carry now for Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting down.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. Gates with a grab. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Keenum. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Watch 23. Watch 23. Here we go. Here we go. Watch 20 hot. Hot. Here goes the hot.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Here's Marquette King now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 50, it's gone. He's going to let this one go deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Here's Johnny Hekker now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Keenum now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. After the run, Keenum going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third and long, it's Keenum. Flush to his right. Drops it underneath for Booker. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. On first down, Keenum. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
On first, now 2nd and 10. Keenum will try again on 2nd down. Got some real estate inside the 30. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Marquette King now. He's been terrific so far. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for L.A., their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.